What is up, my homies? Everyone in the chat, everyone listening to the recording, watching on YouTube. We've had a lot of views on YouTube, by the way. A lot of interactions.
Ooh, lots of fans out there in the Clashuals.
Oh, there's the one of the comments was the Halloween mashup. Apparently, I didn't get the audio mashed up perfectly. I was like, my bad.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Non-professional Clash of Clans podcaster. You unprofessional.
Audio. So you want to hear about a little drunken tale that I've done twice already? That's not bad.
I'm sure there's a long list of those items. Come on.
There is, but it has to do with it's nothing bad like on Discord. So it's like just me sitting in my room.
Okay, yes. Those are probably ones that I have not observed yet.
So do you want to guess?
You fell down.
I've done that multiple times, yeah.
You stubbed your toe. You put a shirt on inside out and then went out to the rest of the house and didn't realize until someone was like, "Hey man, your shirt's on backwards inside out." No,
it has to do with food.
You're eating nachos and you went to pick one up and it was all stuck together with a whole bunch of other nachos. So you took one big bite and then your nephew was like, "Hey dude, you're hogging all the nachos." And then you were like, "Well, when they all stick together, it counts as one fucking nacho."
That would have been epic, but no. So I did a little live stream because I was trying to DM people because I wanted to talk. It was like, I know you weren't up because it was like midnight your time, and I didn't want to bother you.
Yeah, I'm an old man too. Like,
yeah.
I can't stay up late every night with you kids. Okay.
And plus, when I get that drunk, I talk about stupid shit over and over again, and it gets annoying. And so anyway, it was about like 10:30 my time. Keep in mind, I was super plastered, like every Saturday night. But so I ordered some Taco Bell from Uber Eats, and I remember looking at that thing, waiting for the dude to pick it up, and I messaged him, "Can you get some Diablo sauce?" Put my phone down. I pass out. Wake up at 2 a.m. I was like, "Oh shit, my food!" Yeah, and then I checked. Opened the door, no food. My brother-in-law put it on the counter. I was like, "Oh, thanks." Brought it up, ate a cold burrito, and passed out again.
I mean, in your defense, I would assume that Taco Bell DoorDash probably tastes the same anytime you get it. You might be shocked. No, I too have ordered Taco Bell for delivery, and I just assume that it's served cold. Honestly, when I order it now, because that's how I always get it. So, what's overrated warm burritos and whatnot? No, I'm just happy they brought back the double decker tacos. Honestly, that was my go-to for a long time, and I missed them. I missed them so much.
I do need to stop ordering food when heavily drinking because I spent $40.
Too bad. Do you have a Jack in the Box where you live? Do you know what Jack in the Box is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't. They got rid of my favorite sandwich, bro.
What was your favorite sandwich?
What the fuck was it? It was like the spicy one. Had a fuck. I don't remember because I haven't had it in a long time. Is
it a burger or chicken sandwich?
It's a burger. Huh. Had
like the sriracha, the spicy.
Yeah, the sriracha burger. Yeah, they got rid of that. I love that. And so did fucking Carl's Jr. got rid of my favorite one too. Motherfuckers.
Well, Jack in the Box caters food. Like they have those midnight munchie meals, right? Mm-hmm. Like those are specifically marketed towards stoners and drunks. Okay, so that's good drunk
check
food.
That out next time.
Listen, I have on occasion. It's been a while, but on occasion, placed an order for Jack in the Box after midnight. Spent anywhere between $20 and $25 and eaten every bit of it. And as far as I can remember, it tastes really good.
I just need to stop doing that because wasting $40 almost every time I eat Uber is because obviously I'm a smart drunk. I'm not gonna get in the car and go get food. I'm not.
That's why we have Uber Eats, DoorDash,
and that's why I drink at home, so I don't have to worry about getting DUIs or getting arrested for public intoxication. But yeah, I need to stop doing it because I'm trying to get my savings account up or my bank account up, and yeah, you know. Well,
Yeah,
I
I
have to
guess
stop.
you gotta save
Yeah,
some money.
yeah,
Instead of spending needlessly on drunk food at midnight, you can start spending it needlessly on Clash of Clans. You know, because
true,
that's,
true.
I mean, they
Yeah,
got goals. They got goals, right?
we got goals. Fuck grinding it out, but spend that money.
Speaking of goals, recently achieved goals. We're coming fresh up, so we got a big show lined up for all the Town Hall
Oh,
16 stuff
yeah,
to
but
talk about. But before we get that, we've had some recent developments in Clash of Clans.
yeah.
Adams, you want to talk about your CWL?
Ooh, okay. So my CWL went great again. I didn't 3-star. Not typical for the 3-star champs. So don't get your hypes up thinking the CF9 got a 3-star, but no, I did even better. 2-starred every attack. Not
Every day?
yes, sir.
Dude.
And guess who? Well, Ghost Knight got a triple, so OP to him, but he did 1-star twice.
He
No,
got two?
yeah, he got 2, I think.
All
I
that practicing, man.
might be wrong. No, Ghost Knight's good. I just think he's trying to learn too many attacks at the same time.
You can do that, right? Like you can overwhelm
Yeah,
yourself.
but
There's like the two extremes, right? There's like
mhm,
the guy who tries so hard to learn every attack, like him, who eventually he'll get really good at all of them, or the guy that's just so hell bent in just one attack and never tries anything else. Kind of like I am with Town Hall 15. Like I just do this one and force it in,
right.
just pretty much any base layout.
Well, on my rushed 14, I've been doing hybrid with super arch blimp, and I'm pretty OP with my super arch blimp. And I've been tripling like or almost tripling. Like I think my last hit was against a beefier Town Hall 15, and I got a 97 on it. It's like, damn it, so close. Had like 3 buildings, but like 10 seconds, and Queen was doing Queen things and not going where she needed to go.
Doing queen
But
things.
yeah, our last day we went against the Good Guys, which is another podcast. I think there's several podcasts in that clan. But no, it's Reddit Talks Clash is in it. Trample's podcast is in it, and I think there's
We're
one
talking about
more.
the good guys.
Yeah, the Good Guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
and everyone in C2J, you guys were all OP, but you guys need to tone it down a notch. CWL, come on,
Are
you guys were taking it a little too serious,
you saying there was a lot of there's a real it's like a whole sauna up in there
dude.
with the sweatiness?
Um,
I
it
can't
was
imagine. I can't. Before you answer that, Adams, I can't imagine that there's a handful of my boys in there that would ever just get too sweaty and try hard. Like I gotta imagine that no matter how tense it got, that the homies TJ and Cheeto were probably just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make a plan, but I'm just gonna kind of do what I do, and we'll see if it works.
that's that's what I did.
Well, I mean,
uh,
that's a given. But
yeah, I sent it, but I remember I wanted to save my hit for Carl's stream, and here's what goes. CF9's not that good with his blimp. I failed my blimp, but guess what? Still got the 2-star, buddy. And dude, it was ballsy too, because like it was one where the town hall's like kind of in the center, so I had to do a lot of funneling to get
you
like
did
the
it on day
heroes.
7. You did a ballsy blimp on day 7.
Oh, I planned a good blimp, but I
You
didn't angle it
maverick.
right.
You absolute renegade maverick. You.
I didn't.
Look at you.
I had a plan, but I went opposite of the plan.
The gambler.
Yeah, and then
Start calling you Kenny Rogers, okay?
hell yeah, dude. You gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. But anyway, yeah, it was funny, and I wasn't in voice chat, but I wish I was because I was like, "Were you guys a little scared I was gonna 1-star?" They're like, "Yeah." I was like, I wasn't worried at all. I had a plan if it failed, and it worked. It was low percentage, but hey, still got that 2, baby.
He just played off afterwards, like, guys, I told you, the 2-star champ. I'll never 1-star ever again at Town Hall
Hey,
15. You can say that
yeah,
today
yeah.
because this is
Well,
probably, well, I don't know if you've got any hits planned for later,
I
but
already did my Legends hits. I'm good.
yeah, see, now you can be like, I'm never 1-starring Town Hall 15 ever again, ever.
And I won't because my Rush 15 is about to get to 16 too because it's about to end its final max on the town hall, and I got a buck a building or a hammer building, just a boop, right to 16, baby. So I got
That's right.
2 accounts. I fixed my other rush one. I don't know if you remember my main 15, how rushed that was. and I fixed that easy peasy. I'm gonna fix that one. I
Still
might
have
rush
some,
my
still have some
11.
walls though, right?
I have 55 walls.
Dude, walls. Well, I made a lot of progress. So that 14 I brought up to 15, I made a lot of progress on walls during Hammer Jam. In fact, I was doing some earlier, and it's weird because I got one of those layouts that like says my name. So like I did the swords underneath Big B, and I started working on the Bs, and it looks like most of them have turned. Then I like go to check, and I still have like 200 walls left to do. I'm like, God, unbelievable. The wall grind at those upper 10 hall levels is crazy. However, that account's going to stay at 15 because I like having one at each level.
Yeah.
Or at least one at each level. And yeah, I don't have Hammer Jam discounts, but starting update day, cost reductions to all of the lower Town Hall wall levels. Thank God. Finally. Or at least it's something, you know.
You know what I would love to do, like you did in that Void Boy tournament?
What was
Just
that?
have a town hall with like shitty walls and defenses, but OP heroes and troops.
Yeah, that's what I'm still
Yeah.
working on, the noob account. That's what it's
Now that I have a job, I'm gonna start one and just fucking spin.
Dude, I had talked about doing that for years. I always wanted one. Ever since I played back in a clan years ago that had a base made like that. This when Town Hall 13 was the top meta, and this was a really good clan. I think they were like a Champs 1 or 2 clan, and it was just a regular spun war, and they had one of those engineered accounts in there, so it weighted really really low, but it had max offense and it whooped the shit out of us. And ever since then, I was like,
yeah.
I want one of those.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing with the noob account. It's gonna take a while, and plus I haven't kept up with it. You know what? So I got the noob account at Town Hall 11 right now, right? It's one of the few accounts that I feel comfortable because you know this whole Google Play, you can play Clash on your PC now, right?
Yeah.
And it is not near as smooth as on the tablet. No. I don't care how fast you are at the mouse. Like no one is clicking and reacting that well. But at Town Hall 11, I've got like this ground spam army with witches and P.E.K.K.A.s and stuff like that. To where if I see the right layout, like everything I'm laying down is kind of pre-planned and described and prescribed, so I can do that attack from the computer with the mouse with no problem whatsoever and just repeat it over and over again. So I farm the noob account from the PC. I don't even open it up on the tablet anymore. But that's been a lot of fun doing, just because Town Hall 11's easy.
I asked Fatal the other day. I was like, with my Town Hall 11, I was like, I might just rush this bitch all the way to fucking 16. Fuck it, who gives a shit? Might as well. I don't even care about hero levels. Just straight to the Town Hall.
So we've got an interesting thing to talk about today, and we might as well start it off because who cares about the agenda and what order we're going in? Like we'll just go with it. Like we'll just send it. Okay, full send on the episode. Everyone thinking, oh, this is the Town Hall 16 launch episode. It's going to be really well organized. Nope, that ain't our style. So Fatal has sent us this picture of the rework that's supposedly going to happen tomorrow with the hero potion, to where now it's like currently when you use it, it just gives you an extra 5 levels on all your heroes, unless that takes them over the max for whatever town hall you are, in which case it gets capped. Same thing for your pets too. According to this rework, on the new hero potion, whenever you pop it, you will automatically have max heroes for that town hall level, which means if your heroes are rushed, if you have a Town Hall 10, or if you have a level 10 Barbarian King, and you upgrade your Town Hall to Town Hall 16, when you pop that potion, he will go from level 10 to level 95. Which, spoiler alert, if you haven't heard anything, we're getting 5 new levels of heroes with Town Hall 16.
Yeah.
So, it's like the biggest cheat code ever for players who rush their heroes. And while everyone might be screaming like, "Oh my God, it's going to make things unfair," it's going to help people in war. They don't deserve it. I'm sitting here thinking, people who have rushed their heroes have probably done it thinking that they're not as important to the game as they are. Maybe they've never watched a YouTube video. Maybe they've never watched a tutorial. Maybe they have no idea. But if they've done it, if they've significantly rushed their heroes, especially like when they get to like Town Hall 11 12, where there's more of them, 13, right? If they pop one of those hero potions and see the difference to their account with maximum level heroes for that town hall play, that is going to motivate them more than anything else to work on and maximize their heroes. Because they're not going to be able to just get hero potions whenever they want.
True.
They're still going to have to they're going to have to save raid medals for them, or they're going to have to buy them in the shop, or save gems for them, something like that, right? Like they're going to have to do something, and I doubt that they'll have enough just for every war for all time and forever, right? But once they get a taste, once they taste it, then they're going to be like, oh my god, I got to start farming Dark Elixir, and I got to set aside time to upgrade these heroes, because playing with low-level heroes is not near as much fun as playing with maximum level heroes.
True. I think it's a good rework. I like it.
Yeah.
Because doesn't it? It's for heroes and troops, right? Just like one.
Well, I mean, as far as I know, it's just for the heroes. The power potion, that one already does that. That one already takes your troop level to, or it takes it to the however you've upgraded your lab. Okay. But this would make that one the same way.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. So now that we've talked about that rework, should we
get into the shit deep into it?
Is there anything you want to mention? Anything else from your CWL experience in the sweaty week where you were dripping your nut sweat all over CWL?
I didn't give a fuck, bro. I go to CWL, just do my hits and get my medals. That's it. But no, it was cool because it was kind of like perfect timing, because for us to promote, right? We had to get first place. We were in third, second, first sometimes, and it's just perfect timing. We didn't get to them day 7. Whoever lost or whoever won got promoted, and whoever lost didn't get promoted. So it was perfect content. It was awesome.
Day 7 with the good guys.
Yeah, and
with Congressman Cool Rick. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but one of his co-hosts, Sam was in there for him too. So he had 2/3 of the normal RTC guys in there, and then of course Trample himself leading the clan. I think he had 2 accounts in War 2. So
yeah, he did.
Almost 1/3 of your opponent are fellow podcasters in day 7. So a little bit of trash talking, I imagine.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna give them a plug because they're OP. Reddit Talks Clash will be recording today at 5 p.m.
Today or tomorrow?
Today, because I told Rick that we're gonna do it at 3. Then he said, "Oh shit, that's at 4 my time." So, Rick, shout out to you guys. Your OP podcast. Every time I'm on there, he always says hi to me and gives me a little shout out. Liam gave me a shout out too when he was helping him. So, guys, if you haven't listened to Reddit Talks Clash, go give them a listen, man. They're OP, and they're not as long as us. So if you hate the long ones, jump over there.
Yeah, they have a nice condensed show going on over there.
We don't censor shit because I'm too lazy to actually edit our podcast.
They're actually, I don't know, another shameless plug for them. They're planning a post-update episode with all the new toys and everything, with Clash Bashing on as a special guest.
Oh, let's go! So, hell yeah!
That'll be apparently Rick and them had a really good conversation while they were in Helsinki for the World's Championship and set it all up.
I'm mad though, Rick. You didn't send us no pictures of you in Helsinki. I know not of you, but you didn't send nothing.
Didn't send us any full body shots.
I wanted you. You could have sent me a fruit bowl picture, and I would have been happy.
Hey, and while we're giving nice thank yous, granted, the CWL week where Adams finally carried his team into Champs 1, as monumental an event as that was, I think we really the real champion in all this is actually Steve, because Steve very, very intelligently created the Extra Shrimp Discord server.
Yeah.
And that's really the only place where all of those people can coexist to discuss how CWL's going when there was a big rivalry. So hats off to Steve for being smart enough to create his own server that can actually include all cool people in it. And not ones that have been previously or currently banned. So thank you, Steve. Thanks for doing that for us.
Steve OP. Oh, you want to hear something funny about Steve?
Yes.
So we were in. It's kind of funny. So obviously, when I drink, I get toxic sometimes.
No.
Majority of the times.
No.
Anyway, so it's funny because like I was in there with like Carl. I think Woo was in there too. No, Woo wasn't in there. But I was in there with Ghost Knight, Fatal, and Carl. I think someone else is in there. Oh, Catfish is in there. And Steve comes in. There's like, hey, Adam, you being toxic yet? I was like, no. And then and then
Not yet.
Carl's like, oh my god, yeah, pretty much. And he's like, okay, I'll come back when you're toxic. And he leaves. And then Carl's like, he's about to get banned again. I had to mute myself because I was laughing too hard.
Oh,
I was like, oh, I gotta love it.
We've given Steve a lot of shit over the years.
Yeah.
I guess months, not even quite a year yet. But I do really enjoy that his give a shit meter just stays like at an all-time low, just 24/7. Just 24/7. Just lets it all hang out. He's not changing who he is for no one.
I like the banter like you can have between them. Like it's fun to talk shit with him because it's just he's just a guy like that. Like he doesn't give a shit. It's fun. Anyway, that's my little Steve moment there. It was funny as fuck.
By the way, Congressman Coolrick reminded us the reason you didn't get any full body shots of him in Helsinki is because, and I remember him telling us this, the camera on his iPhone 6 died the week before he traveled to Finland. So,
well, hey Rick, I know your buddy Sam was there, so
Spencer
Source. He could have took the full picture of the fruit bowl for you with his phone and send it to me.
I don't even know. Cancer Source might not have even had a phone at all anyway. Although, no excuses for either of them, right? They knew full well that there was someone else in the audience with a camera on their phone she might have also been posting videos to Twitter. They could have gone and gotten one in with her and got it posted for proof. And they chose not to. So shame on them.
That would have been the OP video of
a golden opportunity.
Selfie with your leather Cheerio next to Lady B.
Would have been the golden shower of opportunity.
Spread them butt cheeks, man.
They decided not to.
Name of my concho.
And by the way, before we get into all this Town Hall 16 content, we're like a half hour. We haven't even really mentioned Town Hall 16 yet. But for my CWL recap,
Rusty Nuts.
Yeah, the real Rusty Nuts. Which shameless plug. Those guys are quite a bit of fun. And listen, what I needed so bad for my Clash experience is they're not sweaty tryhards. They want you to do your best, but they're really not get upset if you don't do very well. And dude, that's right up my alley. Like, I want to enjoy playing the game. I don't want to feel like I let people down because I didn't prepare to play the game as much as they did. So listen, I get to go in there, have fun. I do really well. I actually helped some teammates out with attacks this last CWL, so I guess I got a little sweaty to help them out, but I did my thing all CWL. Did really well, and they promoted into Masters CWL.
Let's go.
Yeah. So if you're if anyone out there is looking for just a chill clan to hang out in, we do wars twice a week. It's fun. It's not tense, right? Like everyone wants to do well. We'll do some strategy on like who to hit for regular wars. Especially after like the first hits, like we'll save second hits to kind of see how everything shakes out. But we're not going over the top. And if the plan doesn't work out, like ain't no one, getting mad or having to have private DMs with someone about, we got to make sure we really need you right now. Like, no, it ain't like that. We just get to enjoy the game. And I enjoy the hell out of doing that.
Hey,
And before we get away from CWL, the rest of my accounts that I still mess with, so the 12s and the 11s and the noob account, Played all of those in Dam Shun. That's
Oh,
Catfish's little Town Hall 2 clan.
so you had like your 50.
So, well, we were in Bronze 2 because we promoted out of
Oh,
Bronze 3 last time.
let's go.
So it's like the lowest of the low
Yeah.
divisions. So we were in Bronze 2. We promoted to Bronze 1, and we only spun with 5 other clans. So there was only 5 days of CWL instead of 7. And I had perfect days on every account that I did hits on. So there may or may not have been some swag spells in the shape of ball sacks and penises. I'm just saying, allegedly, there might have been.
So speaking of that, Fatal on his last hit, Griffo was in the chat, right? In the voice call, he's like, "Oh, Swag, your spells look like a dick." It's like, he only has 2. How's he gonna make it? It can't unless it's a little like you can't do that. You have to have the balls and make, if you had 3, then yeah, because it'd be like a little chode. But yeah,
just a quarter chub, you know,
just quarter chode.
quarter chub.
Oh, someone unfollowed. Rip. Anyway,
Someone unfollowed you?
yeah, I had 2,528, and now I'm at 27. I'm so sad.
That happened during this episode.
It happens a lot. I don't give a shit.
Oh well.
If they watched last night's stream, I understand.
You streamed last night?
43 minutes of just listening to songs while I got drunk as fuck.
Bruh.
Hey, I would try to hit people up, talk to them in voice chat, so I don't have to stream. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just stream and jam to my music.
Saturday night before Christmas. You know, people got stuff going
No,
on.
that's a shitty excuse. Fuck Christmas.
What? I had Christmas. I was out Christmas shopping yesterday until like
not spending money on my family. Fuck that shit. Buy booze and get drunk as fuck.
buy gifts for other people. You know, or
Buy gifts for myself.
yeah, buy yourself some stuff. Wrap it up.
Booze.
Open it up on. It's called.
Oh, my dad did send me a hockey card. So I'm excited for that.
Hockey card.
Cards.
Like,
so we started a trend, like kind of a tradition for him to send me hockey cards. So I have like a full binder full of them, and then I have like pages for like the cards to go into. I need another binder because he sends me so many of them.
you ever look up the value on them? See if you got any expensive ones.
I do have a rookie Austin Matthews card, and apparently that's worth like $400.
Oh yeah, Austin Matthews.
He plays for the Maple Leafs. By the way, side note, fuck the referees of last night Red Wings game. Shitty calling. And by the way, call out to the Red Wings for not having violence after your captain got hurt. I would have fucking got suspended for fucking beating the shit out of someone. That was the worst game I've ever seen the Red Wings play. Like if this was 5 years ago, there would have been blood on the ice, would have been a brutal mess. Anyway,
They showed some restraint, huh?
they shouldn't have. They lost 4-1.
NHL referees trying to outdo the NFL referees.
And Patrick Kane got his first goal as a Red Wing. Cool, awesome. Doesn't mean shit if he loses the game.
Is there a sport that doesn't have shitty referees?
I mean, soccer started using women referees, so that tells you no.
Dude, come on, man.
All right.
Should we talk about Town Hall 16? Last episode, we right after Worlds, we found out it was coming. Everyone was wondering what the update schedule was going to look like when the sneak peeks were rolling. Finally, Wednesday, we got the first one. And then this weird thing. I don't know if you noticed this, but like Clash put out this thing like, a big announcement on Wednesday at 3 p.m. UTC, whatever time that is. Or it was a Greenwich time, the international day, whatever. They put out some poster, right? And then every other video game almost in existence put out a similar style poster with like the same like pinkish, orangish background that was just somewhat to do with their game, but then some announcement for either Tuesday or Wednesday of last week. And I made the joke. There's a post on the subreddit that was pretty funny about it. But these guys were getting collections of like 15 different video games that looked like they all had the exact same poster posted.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
Yeah, I made the joke. Is like, are they all using the same AI bot to make these posters, and they just didn't tell it? No one. talk to the other ones, like, hey, yeah, we're using this AI bot to make our poster. Yeah, so are we. Yeah, so are we. And they just all put it out on the same day, and it all looked like the exact same poster, just slightly different for each game.
Yeah, that
Great.
it's like they didn't want to pay someone, so they're like, let's just use the same AI and do the same shit.
Come on, video games, get it together.
Yeah.
But then Wednesday we finally got the release, the reveal of Town Hall 16 sneak peek number 1 came across finally, and I probably have more notes on this one than any of the others because there's a lot of stuff with the new Town Hall and what all they announced. Obviously, the look of the theme, right? So Town Hall 15 was magic themed.
This is nature or something.
Yeah, it's like a nature theme. Like it's just trees, and it's supposed to be very, very nature driven. The town hall has like some green shrubbery trees on it now, and then it's got like a red and gold theme. So it looks pretty different. You know, the color scheme is a little similar to like the Town Hall 11 one, as far as having the reds and the whites and with the highlights of yellow or gold. But it's different. So I think it looks very, kind of prestigious. But not. Here's the thing: is it doesn't look to me like doesn't look as powerful as like the magic theme. Like the magic theme is and it just looked really powerful. This one not quite as much, but I don't hate the way it looks.
The only thing I hate are the walls. They look like Town Hall 10 and 11 walls, and it looks like dog shit. And the Town Hall looks like it has a fucking anal poop protruding from it.
As opposed to other poops. Yeah.
It looks like it's a prolapsed ass with a fucking turd just sticking out of it.
It's got the turtle head poking out the top.
Yeah. By the way, it's a Giga Inferno.
The Giga Inferno? Have they all been Giga Infernos?
Yes. I thought it was gonna shoot out like a eagle again. That would have been sick, but no.
Well, so
that would have been funny seeing rocks pull out the fucking top of it.
Like scattershot Inferno. I don't know, something. I figured they didn't like completely rework the Town Hall weapon when we went from 14 to 15. I think that's because there's only so much you can do, and so it doesn't sound like they did too much different. One thing that I thought was weird, and this was in the notes from Sneak Peek 1, is there's only one upgrade to the Town Hall weapon. Like, so you get the base model, yeah, and I think that's the big question is are they planning on coming back with more later? Because they haven't traditionally done that with Town Hall levels. Where the weapon changes through the Town Hall cycle. I don't remember Town Hall 12 that well to remember if they gradually changed the weapon at the Town Hall there. But it seems like everyone else, 13, 14, 15, we got all 5 levels of Town Hall weaponry right when the new Town Hall launched. But then the big question on my mind is, does that mean that all right, you can go from level 1 to level 2 weapon right now, and there's going to be a change, like in the next episode, they'll give us a new level. Will the level 3 Town Hall defense, will that just be a different kind of defense? Could
you change it?
Will that change that turd in the middle to a scattershot? Will it be the poop flinger?
Dude, I'm so tempted to get my friend that has Photoshop to add a poop emoji to the weapon.
Yeah.
Anyway, someone said Giga shit. So that was what I was laughing at.
Yeah.
The Giga. Anyway, I hope they don't, because that's such a pain in the ass. That's like another waste of resources on a defense. Like, just leave it max. Let us upgrade the other stuff, because there's some stuff not getting levels.
A lot of stuff not getting levels.
Yeah.
Very defensively.
But again, I think they did that with 15 too when it came out. If I'm not mistaken, they hold back some upgrades, and then later on they're like, "Here's more."
Yeah, we didn't get Scatters or the Eagle right away, and there were a couple of others that we didn't get right at the launch of Town Hall 15. Yeah. We got it at the same time that they gave offense a huge buff, so I think the hope was that it would offset and still keep offense strong.
Yeah.
But it feels like we can roll through the buildings that they are giving us upgraded. Like the defenses, we're getting levels 2 are the air defense, the expo, wizard towers, mortars, and bomb towers.
Yep.
So omitted from that, obviously, spell towers and monolith. Thank God. Like I didn't need any more to deal with there. Not getting infernos, which is a change from Town Hall 15. We got them right at the beginning of Town Hall 15.
Yeah.
No eagle, no scatters, which are some of the major defenses in the game. Those are ones that are like those are potentially attack wrecking defenses if you don't plan well for them. You don't find a way to take them down.
True.
So really, it feels like they did a whole bunch of these that are not quite like Expo's. Is a dangerous one, right? A new level Expo in range of like a rage spell tower is going to be pretty deadly. Same thing if you're doing air attack and an air defense. Upgrade air defense is going to be tough.
True.
But honestly, like other than trying to plan where to put a flinger, I've never really worried about mortars unless you're doing bat spells for some reason. You're not too concerned with witch towers, and unless it's where you're dropping, a Sarch blimp or a blizzard, you're not always too concerned with bomb towers. So those other ones, like,
it's kind of like niche.
Yeah, not as worried about them. So and I feel like this is what we expected as far as they're not going to give us too much different with defense because they're really wanting offense to take back over. And along with that, they want the fun meter to go up because people have more fun when they have offensive success. The traps that we're getting, so we're getting giant bomb, regular bombs, air bombs, and walls. No seeking air mines, which is usually the most lethal of the group.
True.
But here in a second, we're talking about all the air troops we're getting, and no new levels of seeking air mines. So, even though we're getting air defenses, plenty of room to think that there's going to be some strong air meta available at the beginning of Town Hall 16.
Yeah, bring hybrid.
And then, of course, we're doing upgrades to the lab, which always happens, the barracks, and the pet house. We'll talk about the pet here in a little bit when we get to sneak peek number 3. But all of those get a new level. No dark barracks, so there's no new dark troop just yet. But that's what we've got with buildings. New for Town Hall 16. Do you think? I don't know. Is that enough? I mean, honestly, I'm sitting here looking at it going, I think I can get most of those buildings done pretty quick with just magic items and everything. Like, I feel like they took it easy on us a little bit from like a gold and definitely an elixir standpoint. Like that's all we've got.
They also turned down like the upgrading time, but for me, I'm gonna spend money because I'm not waiting 14 days for an upgrade to finish.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, but with the defenses that are upgrading, if they don't upgrade the other ones at all, please change how they look. Please match the aesthetic because I have a little OCD in me and it will annoy the shit out of me until 17 comes out if they all are off. Because they're all going to change when you upgrade them to the red, gold, whatever fucking color it is. It's going to
I definitely do enjoy the defenses all sharing the same or similar color scheme. I think it was Town Hall 12 that for whatever reason we had all these blue themed defenses, right? The cannons ended up being blue. The archer towers had blue in them. Like it was all kind of themed. And then we had this purple expo. And I was like, it's the town hall's blue. All these other defenses are blue, and the expo's purple.
So
I don't know. It always kind of stood out to me like that's something's not right with this one.
Yeah.
And yeah, the mismatched defenses. We're gonna forget about this down the road, but we had mismatched defenses for a long time in Town Hall 15 because it was from the initial launch last October of 2022 until the June. I think it was a June update that we still had like the green and gold and then the new blue and purple ones like all mixed together. Those two, I will say, however, like they complemented a little bit better to each other. The Town Hall 15 is contrasts pretty greatly to what the color scheme is going to be for Town Hall 16. So I don't know. I'm with you. Like the colors are going to kind of get on my nerves. Having said all that, I think before Town Hall 16 is done, every defense will get an upgrade for the same color. Just like we'll eventually get all the walls so they can all look the right way. But as of right now, yeah, we're just going to have to suffer through how it looks for a couple months.
I'm just excited that I actually have an account ready for a new Town Hall. 2 of them now. Don't care if it's rushed. All you rush haters out there, suck my pubic hair. Anyway.
So I think I got my first account like all the way maxed.
Yeah, mine too.
I think. Well, the first time that I had it completely maxed for the meta was like halfway through Town Hall 13. I take that back. I had when 9 was maxed. I had a max 9, but that was back before I really even paid attention to what was going on that much. But as far as like keeping up with it, since mid Town Hall 13, I've always had accounts that kept up with the newest update.
I've been a Town Hall behind.
I always try to rush to get it upgraded as fast as possible because I got the new toys. I want to play with them. And then also the first month of new update, that's usually one of my token times to trophy push because I get a offensive advantage because I've upgraded stuff faster than other people have. And then when the game catches back up, then I realize I'm not actually that good at it.
I do love that they have the when you upgrade a new Town Hall, you get that 5-day boost, so your heroes get the boost, so you can farm more. By the way, if you guys aren't in Legends, what are you doing? Protect your loot, be in Legends. That's all I'm saying.
I'm in Legends.
I did buy 3 gold passes. Tried to give one away, but the person didn't want it, so I just gifted it my main 15, and here you go for next time.
You know, if you buy them through the Supercell shop, you can just hold on to them until next month.
Oh, I already gifted them.
I'm just saying, next time, if you don't want to
I didn't know
gift
that.
it, you just hold it.
And Fatal told me you can gift a gifted one, and I tried. Nope.
You can what?
He said, so I bought 3. So one for my Rush 15, one for my main 15, and one to give away to someone that gave me one before. He said, no, you need it more than me. Okay, cool.
Ew.
So I gifted my 15, and I thought I could gift the gifted one, but you can't. So Fatal, you lied.
Ah, I got you. You can't re-gift it.
Yeah. You can't re-gift a gifted gold pass, is what I meant to say.
So also in sneak peek number 1, we also found out we're getting 5 levels on all the heroes. That one's was kind of expected, and then a whole bunch of new levels for troops and spells.
I already know you know what I'm excited for.
We've got the barbarian getting new levels. Is that the one? You're excited about? The super barbarians.
This is gonna be the next one.
The archers. The archers.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go, super arch blimp. Fiddle said that super barb arch blimp is gonna die. I was like, not with CF9. I'm gonna carry it all the way through till this game dies.
People thought Hydra was gonna die. We kept it pumping. We kept pumping blood into it, even though it's.
You know what? Actually, on my 15, my main 15, actually both 15s, I'm gonna do Hydra more. On honor you, Bubba.
Yeah, I mean, you have to honor me. I'm not honoring.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the Blizz blimp, but I'm gonna do super archers in the blimp because,
I will say this in the videos I saw. I really like the next level animation for barbarians and for archers. I think looks really cool. That their helmets change, or like the barbs almost look like they got little antlers coming out. And the archers look like they got little like leaves coming out of their ears and everything like that. Like I think the way it looks for those 2 troops looks really good. Giant's getting a new level. He's got like a green leaf like shoulder pads now. That looks kind of cool.
Giants anymore.
Someone. But they're gonna look cool. So
okay.
Wall breakers.
Ooh.
Balloons. And the Lalo lovers out there loving their loot. Obviously, I use them in air attacks too, not for Lalo, but for
Just depending on that one.
more reputable attacks. Wizards getting a new level.
Let's go.
Healers, all you Queen Chargers, Warden Walkers. You
Whatever
got some.
the King Walkers.
Is that even? That's not even a thing. Come on.
No, when they transfer over, then people are like, "Oh, he's doing a King Walk."
The accidental King Walk.
Yeah. Or when they switch over to a minion, oh, it's a super minion walk, even though he flies,
It's
so
a
that makes no
super
sense.
minion. We got
Wait,
dragons, regular dragons getting a new level.
Hell yeah!
They turned them back green, which is what the level 1 dragon looks
You
like.
should have made them red.
No, it's as much as I use dragons, I don't love the way that they made it look. But if it's gonna be powerful, I'm not gonna give a shit how it looks. So.
Oh no, they should have made it red to match the theme. It must be nature.
I mean, they had already had like a green and red themed dragon before, I think.
Well, then they should go back to it.
Yeah.
Fuck full green.
Pekka's got some green highlights on the ends of his swords. The miner, and of course the E dragon, which is everyone's favorite spam troop. They got a nice little extra looking helmet on now.
Before you move on, I'm in the. You're in there too. I'm in the FTB server, and they're talking about, oh, how much does spam E dragon? Like, nah, man, I'm not down for that. They told me that they're like, just spam E dragon. It's like, nah.
I mean,
take the effects I like.
Even if it works, I can't find myself doing that. Like, Hydra is as spammy as I feel like I can get with air. I have no problem spamming stupid stuff on ground hits, but I don't want to just do it on air attacks. So
I just love doing my super archer blimp because it pisses people off.
We've also got upgrades coming to my favorite, long overdue, the Dragon Rider.
It's been a while since they got a new level.
Yeah. They didn't get one at all at 15. They had a long drop.
Yeah.
Valkyries, which our buddy Trample's out there still trying to tell himself that the new levels of Valkyrie this time is gonna make a difference. When they got into the summer update, I don't know, how does he pronounce it?
Is it Valkyrie?
Valkyrie.
Some people pronounce it wrong. It's called Valkyrie, not Valkyrie.
Well, I think when they say it Valkyrie, that's because they're wanting to say Valkyrie is Bay, which we all know is
fucking lie. The E Titan's the best.
It's dumb, but yeah, you got to pronounce it right. It's like mispronouncing other video games. Is it Diablo or Diablo? Like, get it right, Diablo. Idiot. Golem's getting a new level. They got a nice green highlight on it too.
Ooh, okay.
The one that I'm most excited about, because this is now after going 6 years of no new levels, and we got consecutive years where witches are getting a new level. And one of my favorite things to do, new town hall levels, is see, all right, are witches going to be viable again? So that's probably when this update drops. Witches will be one of the first ones I update. That'll be one of the first spammy armies I go and look at, and we'll see. We'll see if I can work witches back into the meta. Because
I'll just do spam witch attack.
Yeah, like 23 witches, nothing else.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll try it. I'll do it on Compor.
No, dude, nothing would make me more happy than if all of a sudden witch spam found its way back into the meta. I think there's a lot of things that are going to change with the meta at 16. I don't think that one will actually happen, but if it did, if I find a way to make it happen, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so happy.
You find a way. We'll call it the Big B or the Clashuals attack.
Yeah,
we'll give it a name so everyone says it for years on.
We've got to make a play on words with Clashual and witch, like it's the
Clash witch, Clash witch.
The Witchual. Oh, the Witchual. That's going to be the Witchual app.
Oh, baby.
Ah, yeah, the Witchuals.
The Witchuals. I love it. Let's go.
Class of Witchuals. All right.
Well, as soon as you get an army comp ready, let me know. I'll fucking do the same thing. I'll run it in every Legend Sit, Comp War, figure it out. Let's go.
And then along with all those troops we just named, the correlating super troops for all those. So
Yeah,
your super barbs, super archers, super giants,
Oh,
super
baby.
wall breakers, your rocket loons, the super whiz, the super dragons, which I saw so many attacks in Comp Wars today with super dragons. It was insane. The super miners are going to have a new level. Super Valk, which you'll probably still never get used, but it's they'll have a new level.
Well, I
And
mean, Worlds. We saw fucking super drags used a lot in Worlds.
yeah.
I think that's why everyone's trying to use it now in Comp War.
Saw Papa Magambo was using them today in that tournament he was in, and he's just annihilating bases with them. And like I saw a hit where he used like the freeze on the sweeper that he was going into like 3 times, and I'm like, God, that's an overuse. Like, he's no way he's gonna have enough left
You gotta
over.
push it twice
And
and then freeze it.
no, he was doing the super drags with the stone slammer, so it wasn't like a blimp, right? But it was opposite side of the town hall, and he was going for value, but he sent them straight into a sweeper, and so he freezed up the defenses near the sweeper and the sweeper 3 consecutive times while the dragons just moved in, and I was like, that's going to be way too much spell commitment. Like, that's going to hurt him somewhere else. Nope, he ended up swagging queen ability at the end of it and just totally wrecked the base. That's what we call solid base identification. And that's one of those things for guys out there who have always been like, oh, no, spamming is horrible. It's horrible gameplay. It's a lesser level of like troop deployment reaction, but it's expert level base identification when it works.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's what some of the guys out there who like to have really coordinated attacks just don't get. There's some of us out here who can read a base right off the bat better than the rest of you can. So sorry about that.
I just fucking send it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Anyway.
That's the backup plan. Is all right. If my base identification was off, everything go. Good luck.
Sorry, I'm laughing at GCPC trying to figure out who ClashFan9 is or who created that account. He thinks it's me, but it's not me.
ClashFan9 will never not be funny. Okay. Never not.
I'm not gonna say the stream he went into, but he went to someone's stream. They thought it was me.
Oh, he showed up yesterday. I was, our buddy Pilot 51 is in the hospital. Right? He got, I think, another heart attack. Oh. But he's home. He's already out. He's home, and he streamed for a short minute yesterday to let everyone know he was okay. And lo and behold, there's ClashFan9 in there, following his channel and wishing him well. So hat tip to whoever ClashFan9 is. Good guy out there, and we're glad the Pilot's doing better and out of the hospital.
By the way, February 17th, my birthday, I'm gonna do a charity stream.
Are you gonna do the one chip challenge?
I might, but I'm going to do a charity stream for Pilot, help him pay for those hospital bills too. So whatever.
I'm gonna send you a case of Red Bull for this one.
Whatever subs, bits, any money I get from it, I'll try to set it up. But whatever I get from that month, the whole month of donating will go straight to Pilot. I'll figure a way to give it to him, whether it be maybe not PayPal because I owe them money. Regardless of that, I'll figure out how to give them the money. And so my birthday stream will be a charity stream for Pilot, and I don't give a fuck. I'll do it right after work. Tell them I can't work Saturday. Probably won't happen because it's after the holidays, but yeah. So as long as it goes, as long as I keep getting bits and subs and stuff, we'll keep going to support Pilot.
We'll do a subathon. Birthday subathon.
There we go. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I don't know how to set up the counter to like.
Yeah, we need to figure out how to actually do that first.
Yeah.
But we can do that. We got time. We got like 2 months figured out.
Yeah. I'm also going to a wedding in February, so that's gonna be fun. First time in Chicago. It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, let's get back.
First time at a wedding?
No, I've been at weddings before.
Okay.
Well, not at my alcoholism age now.
Open bar weddings, dude.
I was joking with Griffo. I was like, or no, with a coworker. I was like, if it's not an open bar, I got a flask, or I'll buy one, and I'll fucking drink by myself.
It'd be a cash bar.
Anyway, I'm not being funny. I'll find a way.
Now back to Town Hall 16. So along with all of the troops and now super troops, we've also got spells getting upgrades for the heal, lightning, the recall, and the poison. So not a lot of spell work, but
my question: why the recall?
It's increased troop capacity for the recall. It actually goes up pretty significantly now, and I don't remember exactly, but it feels like all of the recall spells being used for like queen charge recalls. Currently, I think you can just recall your queen and I think 3 healers. I'm not sure. I bet Fatal would know. Maybe he'll tell us in chat. I think the new one is it 4?
Yeah, it was 4 because if you drop all 5 and you recall, it leaves 1 behind. See, I'm right. Rick confirmed it. Yeah, so it's 4.
It's 4 now, though.
Yes, it's 4 now.
With the upgraded spell,
it's more. So you do a full queen charge, get more value, recaller.
Maybe. I don't know.
Shit, bring fucking 3 recalls.
But that's the big change with the recall is it's more capacity that you can pull out and move somewhere else.
So just get rid of 1 rage, bring another recall. So do 3 recalls, and you can take out multiple corners. Maybe
there's going to be a lot to tinker around with strategy. Okay,
I'm never going to do queen charge,
and we haven't even gotten to the actual update yet. We haven't even gotten to all of the update yet. There's endless possibilities on directions we can go with some of these new things. But for the person your question, recall, it's more capacity that you can recall out.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be a meta now.
And then also in that sneak peek number, we're still on sneak peek number 1. Good God. There's some balance changes. The Rage Tower is getting a nerf, so its damage is going from like a 90% buff to like 60 or 50. Like it's getting pretty much it's decreased. And then the tile space, it's the diameter of that circle that it casts for where the rage spell actually takes effect is getting reduced by 1 tile. It's going from 6 tiles to 5, so it's not going to be near as wide anymore. That was the alert that Trample sent us as far as base building on how many bases now are built to just barely have defenses within in range of a rage tower. And when that changes, all of a sudden they're not going to be in range. And I'm just very, very quietly hoping that most bases that I hit in Wars or CWL or in Legends just keep their existing layouts from Town Hall 15. With a few amendments for some of the changes we're going to talk about here in a second, and never move those defenses and spell towers so that that rage tower there in the middle is not actually raging up anything. That wouldn't hurt my feelings at all if it took like everyone 3 or 4 months to figure that out.
I'm gonna start base building for 16.
There you go.
It'll probably be shit, but it's okay.
I mean, I think the more random, the better. Honestly,
I'll make it look like a giant penis.
I mean,
but in a way so it doesn't get banned.
Yeah, be like, if you triple this, you're gay. Okay.
if you triple this without your socks on, you might be gay. Anyway.
Let's see. We've also got a slight nerf to the air bomb, to the eagle, to the town hall weapon. One of the big ones for the town hall weapon, Town Hall 15, is instead of that poison lingering around for 16 seconds, it's only going to be 12. So I do think that'll be a pretty big deal. The Multi-Inferno's got a nerf, Expo, Scattershot, Monolith even got another one, and then one of my favorites, Defensive Hounds and Ice Hounds are going to spawn less pups. So it'll take less time to get through them. All of those defensive nerfs to try to help offense, because guys like me and you, the casual players out there, we need it so bad.
Can I read one of them?
Which one?
Not the. So when you're on the balance.
Yeah.
So where I'm about to go to, I want to do that. The one that the third one of the next category.
You're talking about the quality of life.
Yes.
Changes.
I want to do the third one. I want to say that one. Then you can go.
So there's the CWL seating weight. That's for clans who are spending their first CWL.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna help them
It's gonna help them
get better opponents.
Yeah, it's gonna help them spin to the right level. Whereas right now, honestly, it feels like every time I've been in a clan that's doing that, spinning its first CWL, it feels like it always sends them somewhere where they're the weakest clan in that CWL.
Another thing I hate about CWL, like I know they can't control it, but like, say, like I'm gonna bring After Dark because apparently I'm the leader. You like the air quote. Everyone bitches when I do wars because I don't pay attention to that account. Anyway, a few CWLs we'd have like 13s in there, and all of a sudden we're going against 15s, and it's like, I wish they changed that. I know you can't, but it sucks when you have that. But apparently this CWL, I don't know how we did. I didn't check yet.
Adams, are you the leader of After Dark? Like, not co-leader, but you're the leader?
That's a good question. I haven't checked.
What do you mean? You don't even know what?
I was a co-leader, but hold on. Got to load Clash.
I'm just saying, if you're the leader, and people are giving you shit in your own clan,
Kick them.
kick them.
Like
Be the ruthless leader.
Hold on. I am the leader.
Be like, I'll burn this bitch to the ground.
Hey, we promoted. We promoted Chris. Let's go, baby. Let's see.
Hey, that's your OP leadership, Adams. That's all the time, hard work, and dedication that you put into that clan full of misfits. I mean, that's a true leadership right there.
We lost. We won every war except day 5. How many did we lose by? Let's see. Load.
Did you even have an account in CWL there?
No.
I got 40. That's true leadership. Honestly, that's what that is. Dude, that's the real leadership right there.
You know what I'm gonna do right now? On screen, I'm gonna upgrade it to level 11. You probably can't see that. Or 12. Town Hall 12. Ready?
Yeah, locked in. Just in time for the end of Hammer Jam and cost reductions.
Continue. Boom, baby. It's going to fucking 15.
Good job.
Or 16. I'm gonna rush that bitch.
All right. Is it the next one that you wanted to read?
Yes.
All right. You say it.
Go FC yourself, baby, so you can fuck yourself. So basically, you can hit your own base, which is pretty sick.
Yeah. All those times you've been tired of not being able to find a partner to play with, to participate with. Yeah, now you don't have to worry about it. You just play by yourself. You know, you just want to play with it a little bit, and you know, you're worried that no one wants to play with it with you, right? You know, that's no longer a problem. You can do it all solo on your own. And you know what? I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that, for all of the community aspects of Clash of Clans, really all they really want to do is sit around and play with themselves. So this is a great opportunity for you to just extra 5-finger pocket pull, play with yourself, FC yourself, and just get it in there as much as possible.
Yeah, for me, I love that, especially because I'm shit.
Yeah. And then last stuff with sneak peek number 1. We've got some the partial training for quick train options. So if you have an army and you're quick train, you can partially train, or it'll just train. I don't remember exactly what that one was, but it's supposed to help the quick train option where you don't have to have everything exactly how it's laid out. Maybe it'll just, like, if you didn't use some of the troops, it'll only quick train the ones that you did use.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. They'll figure that one out after the update. I'm not gonna think too hard on it. And then also, last thing we found out with sneak peek number 1, there's a shitload of cost reductions across everything, which I'm happy about because, as we've talked about before, the gameplay from beginning to end, from when you start a new account to when you ever think you're ever going to get to the end of this godforsaken game, keeps feeling longer and longer and longer. And I know there's a whole bunch of cost reductions and time reductions over all the other town hall levels. Mm-hmm. So making all of those gameplays quicker, I'm a big fan of, especially since I have town hall levels at everything basically 10 and higher. And I'm looking at the idea of which ones I need to upgrade and how long that's going to take. I love the idea of going back and taking a Town Hall 12 to 13 and not having to wait near as long to upgrade everything like I did when I went through it the first time. So I'm super happy for cost reductions, for time reductions. The only thing I had, like, this is just curious to me, Adams. I don't know if you were nerdy enough to look at all those cost reductions like I was, but just look. There's some in there when you do the math, right? Like, all right, we're going to get a reduction in how much it costs to upgrade this. And if you did the math, you say like, okay, this is like a 20 or 25% reduction. And then we're going to have a time reduction too. And sometimes the time reduction is more. Sometimes the time reduction is like, oh, we're reducing the time for upgrade by 40%. But the cost of upgrade only by 20%. Like, I feel like that's, I don't know. I feel like they're pushing some agenda, but anytime that's not even, they're not reducing the cost and the cost time equally. I don't know. I feel like they're not truly cutting all the time it takes to get from one to the other, because you're either going to spend it waiting for the upgrade or farming, right? And I get it. Maybe not reducing the cost as much as to do the time is trying to push you to farming and playing more. But again, for those lower Town Hall levels, there's some people out there going to be motivated by getting the in-game material. So just, if you're going to cut it 40% in time, do that in cost too, okay? Just make it level playing field.
Yeah. Especially for, like, the Town Hall, 20 million? That's basically, you have to have max gold. At Town Hall 15. That's what I'm saying.
It's 22 million max.
Yeah, but you basically have to have majority, like, if you have 19 million, you can't do it. If you have 22, you're good. You still have 2 million to fuck around with. Use those raid medals. Or not raid medals, CWL medals.
Get your gold pass, get some cost reductions.
Also,
use them to your advantage.
Speaking of gold pass, for you guys listening on live stream and on YouTube, if you go on the YouTube page,
are you about to do a gold pass giveaway?
I am. So I'm gonna give 2 gold passes. One for the live stream, one for the best YouTube comment. Because we get about
best YouTube comment.
Yeah. So one's for the best. Like, I'll share it with Big B, and if he agrees, he can also go on the YouTube. He has the access to that. And if he sees one that's good, he'll say, "Go check it out." I'll check it out, and we'll agree if that's deserving. If we both can agree, maybe there'll be 2 winners.
If we can't agree, just keep in mind, I have gold passes still loaded from the Pod Wars on account. So if we need to give out 2 for good comments on YouTube, I mean, we will. So
just saying, because there's some people that watch it and don't know we live stream it. But and on the live stream today, for the best comment that jokes about me, you want to
be roasted? Is that
yes?
What you
I want to be roasted. The best.
You want the best roasted comment,
in your opinion, because I'm already inebriated. I did not say that word right.
Inebriated, huh? So you're like our extra neighbor today? Is that?
Yeah. I'm your neighbor that, like, walks around in a robe
extra
and his boxers washing his fucking.
Are you about to say Hidley Ho? Come on.
Hidley Ho. Anyway,
Flanders.
So for you guys watching on the live stream, sorry to cut you off on our topics, but Big B will pick you, and I will give you a gold
that
pass.
means I have to read chat? I
mean, I look at chat. I can't read it.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool Rick wins. He said but.
That doesn't count. So you have to roast me. I'll be reading them. Won't say them out loud, but Big B says that's a good one.
Yeah, if someone says something good enough to make me, like, stop, like, if I have to stop to laugh, that'd probably be the win. So no pressure, guys.
Yeah, no pressure, guys.
And by the way, anything that ClashFan9 says in chat is probably going to be really funny to me. So spoiler alert.
So, technically, the person that already got a gold pass. So does he really need another one?
ClashFan9 is he's undefeated.
A mystery.
That guy's undefeated.
He's my son, so yeah. Respect.
All right, sneak peek number 2.
Let's go.
Is actually when we got the new defense for Town Hall 16, which is actually going to be the merging of existing defenses for both the archer towers and cannons. So the deal is you can take 2 archer towers, merge them into one, and you've got a rapidly firing archer tower that has extra hit points, deals extra DPS, and it'll actually shoot up to 3 targets at the same time. So the videos of this look really sick. It's just arrows flying in all different directions. But when you think about like small troops, like witches spawning Larrys and stuff like that, a pack full of Larrys getting mowed down by 1 arrow at a time, like they can eventually overtake the Arch Tower. This would now be 3 Larrys at a time dying. So for little stuff like that, it's gonna be more potent for the Arch Towers to take those down and to defend against those. And also, once you merge them together, they're a little more tankier from a hit point standpoint than the original Arch Tower. So,
what about the Super Witchers though?
The Super Witchers?
They spawn a heavier skeleton.
So, well,
and
glad you asked that. That's actually a really good question, because the 3 arrows, if there's only 1 target, then they're shooting all 3 of those arrows at the same troop at the same time, or hero, whatever they're shooting it at. But it's 3 arrows at a time, so pretty significant DPS increase over just having 2 Archer Towers out there. And like I said, against smaller or smaller HP troops, it's going to be a lot more beneficial on taking those down. And then in addition to that, cannons are going to have the same thing. You're actually going to transform the cannon into what's going to be called the ricochet cannon. I
don't know about that. Not the design. I like the fact that you can do that with the cannons, but that thing looks dumb.
Oh, you don't like the way it looks?
Yeah, the design, and I know someone probably spent like 6 months. Oh, here's a good design. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks good. It looks stupid.
Like I thought the way it looked that they were gonna make it into like similar to like the giant cannon, to where the ball's just gonna go all the way through everything. It's not. It's a ricochet, so any troops that are within the radius, it's going to bounce the ball from the first one to the second one. It's just got 1 ricochet. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to change for most. Like if there's a pack of troops coming down on it, I don't know that it's going to change it that much. I think it's going to take a little longer to go down than the regular cannon. The big one that it felt like it made a difference on was really the Queen having like the unicorn behind her, to where that ricochet was going through and was dealing damage to the Queen, but then it was killing the pet behind it, right? And I think that was really damaging to a lot of pets. And that's kind of, and I get it. Maybe that might be a little more niche use for it. But at the same time, if you are working your attack to really maximize the pet usage with a hero, and it's not the new one that we're going to talk about here in just a second, maybe trying to avoid a ricochet cannon could be pretty useful for your attack strategy, because you don't want to lose that pet that's along with the hero.
By the way, I want to say number 4. Anyway, so with the ratchet cannon, they should have done like a gondola, not a weird cannon with
a gondola.
A gondola.
Gondola.
So it's kind of like a scatter shot, but it's like upright, and it like flings a big ass ball of rocks or fire. Back in the Middle Ages.
You mean like the scatter shot?
Kinda, but that bounces off shit too. They should have changed it. Not doing a fucking thing that looks like a air sweeper on fucking stilts.
Listen, I'm actually really relieved that this wasn't just the next level of air sweeper, because when I saw the pictures of it leaked, I was like, oh god, that's the next level of air sweeper. Is that going to sweep across the entire base? Like, I was really worried for air attacks for a second. I'm actually happy that it's just a ricochet cannon, because that looked like that was a big ass mouth for a sweeper. Like, I
know the way it looks and the power is going to be near the town hall, so you can't do shit. But because base building is going to be easy, you have to, obviously when people understand like the ranges and stuff, bases are going to get difficult. But I think at the start, if people actually do that, it's going to be like near the town hall or near the CC or some shit. Easy to take out.
That's probably at the beginning of every town hall meta.
Just freeze the fucking thing and take it out with the heroes. Fuck them. Or your blimp.
But
it looks like shit.
Some of the other new toys that we haven't yet talked about.
Yes, we'll get there.
Let's get off of these boring defenses and let's talk about what we really want to talk about.
All right.
All the new offensive toys. We'd already talked about all these new levels.
Yeah, let's go.
Sneak peek number 3 was for our new pet. the
Ooh.
Spirit Fox. That's that little blue guy that's been hopping around in the main village scenery when you got just the basic normal scenery on. He doesn't hop around in all the other like different themed sceneries. But that's the guy who's been playing in the trees. And his whole deal, and when he attaches himself with a hero, there's 4 seconds of invisibility, and then 4 seconds off, and then 4 seconds of invisibility, then 4 seconds off. And he does some damage too, right? Like his DPS is pretty similar to some of the other pets, so he's doing some of his own damage, but he is like intermittently making his hero that he's attached to invisible at certain times.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
Why not?
First of all, they say the Spirit Fox. Shitty name. Well, who the fuck picks a fox as a pet? They need to do something like a
Fox would make a great
like
pet.
a fucking bear, man. Like the fucking mighty bear or something. Foxes are pussies, man. I could fucking
well, okay. If they wanted to be another like melee pet, I'm sure they could have done a bear. But this is it's a specialty one. He's magical. So and he's smart. He's tricksy. That's why he makes himself invisible. So he's a fox.
I don't like the name. Spirit Fox? Nah. I do like the visibility shit. Import with the warden. If you're doing a warden walk. That'd be sick.
So I was looking at some of the content creator videos, and it seems like because he doesn't have the range of like the warden or the queen. So when it was used with one of those, after the first invisibility, he would run out in front of the hero, and he would die a lot faster. So then you'd lose that ability to constantly go invisible. But on the king or on the RC, typically stayed behind the hero, so it extended the hero's life. Which hero play at Town Hall 15 was the main part of offense, right? Get as much value with the heroes. Imagine something that is it's making your hero invisible every 4 seconds. It literally it's extending their life almost by double, right? Because it's half the time them getting targeted by anything that they used to get targeted by. Like, that's got to be a good thing. And I think on either one, the RC or the King, it's probably going to be super useful. My initial thought before I saw any other sneak peeks was I'm probably going to put it on the RC because she can do so much damage and she moves so fast. And I'm probably going to be, but then I'm like, but Diggy is like my next favorite pet. So what am I going to do? I'll put Diggy on the Warden, especially with like these air attacks. Let Diggy go out there in front, and when Warden's targeting something that all the dragons or dragon riders or something like that are targeting as well, Diggy go up and stun for the Warden out in front of everyone, and we get further into the base with that initial push with Diggy out in front. I don't know, just spitballing here. We'll have to test it out when we get it, but that's initially what I'm thinking, because this Spirit Fox, man, like, I can't imagine there's any attack that I'm not going to find a good use for it somewhere.
Phil said don't use it with the Warden for air at least.
Yeah.
Red chat. I broke the rules.
I wasn't going to.
I will. Fuck it. Break the rules.
Is he talking about for the Diggy?
I don't know what he's talking about. He's either talking about the Spirit Fox, which is a shitty name. Should have called it like the magical sex bitch. I don't know. He said Diggy.
Fatal. Every other pet that I've done with Warden is already pulling ground troops. Like
the poison lizard does.
That's not a new obstacle for me.
The only one that won it is the owl if it's on air.
You're definitely not going to win a gold pass with shitty points like that, Fatal. Okay,
he's not roasting me, so
definitely not.
You have to roast me for a gold pass. All right.
I also saw a cool concept on Judo's video on sending the RC in by herself with the Spirit Fox. So you like 4 seconds of her being invisible, but then you take like a bunch of invisibility spells like you would for like a Sarge Blimp or something like that. And let's just say that there's a critical corner you wanted to clear.
Just invisi the shit out of her?
Yeah, it's 4 seconds of Spirit Fox. Then when that wears off, invisibility spell. And then 4 seconds. Imagine having like the first 20, 30 seconds of RC just meleeing stuff without getting touched by anything.
Well, the downfall of that That's a lot of time though. Like if
I
like
mean,
it's a good that's a good opinion, but
how long are you normally spending with an opener, with a blimp, with a blizz,
with
or
me,
with,
it takes I'd bring 6 Invisis in. Okay, so 4. I'm not gonna do that math. Let's see. What's it's 18 seconds? Is that 18 seconds? 4 times 6?
24
Or
seconds.
24 seconds.
So your
Okay.
minimum, your
Okay.
minimum,
Oh yeah.
your
Okay.
minimum
Okay.
24
Okay. Yeah.
seconds for your opener, right? Let's
Yeah.
just say, even with like the blimp flying ahead, let's say it's 30 seconds in, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's take that same 30 seconds and all the spell investment you have, which is 6 invisibilities, a clone spell, and a rage in order to do it correctly, right?
2
So you
clone
got
spells.
all of that spell investment, or an RC with the Spirit Fox, and maybe not the same, but as far as like getting some value, if in the first 30 seconds you got 4 seconds on, 4 seconds off, you're talking 4 invisibility spells. You're talking less than half the overall spell capacity to go the first 30 seconds with
Pilot!
RC not being touched at all. And oh, by the way, even after you finish doing that as an opener, she's still getting invisible every 4 seconds and extending her life throughout the rest of the hit.
I don't know. Like if we're comparing the RC with the Spirit Fox, whatever the fuck dumbass name it has, with Invisi spells compared to a blimp where you can take out the Eagle, the Town Hall, depending on where you land on the base layout. I'm gonna lean my way towards the blimp. Obviously, I haven't played yet. Mine might change next episode. I'll be like, yeah, I was wrong if I remember. But yeah, I'm always gonna.
You need to be more open minded, Adams.
I do, but I'm gonna
You
lean
need to be
closer
more
to
open
my
minded.
attack. I think with the new spell to the archers, super archer blimps are gonna come back and fuck the haters.
All right.
Let me say 4. Let me say 4.
Yeah, and then we had sneak peek number 4,
All right, we got a new troop, the Root Rider.
the rectal rooter
Yeah,
rider.
yeah, I saw a picture of that, and it's basically like the Christmas Ram Rider, but the person's on a root. So they got higher
She
HP.
she's riding a big old turd coming up out of the ground.
Basically, if it was a little darker, it's basically looking like a little sneaky turd, you know. So higher HP, moderate damage per second, straight through walls, bitching about being too overpowered already. Predictions on Nerf.
Yeah, so listen,
I
the
read that.
videos of her gameplay obviously make her look really, really strong. Dare I say, overpowered. The specs, the specs don't look like she's gonna just mow through from a DPS
Mhm.
standpoint. But the videos definitely looks like, yeah, there's places where you could just spam a whole line of them, rage them up, and just mow right through. Plus, the way she just kind of moves straight through walls is insane.
She only
Um,
goes through. She only targets defenses, right?
yeah,
Okay,
I
so it's
think
like a
so.
Ram Rider.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Interesting.
um, she's. I saw the comparison. Like her hit points, she's got like 8,000 hit points, and like a golem has like 9,800, but a golem is 10 more housing space than her. It was crazy how the value you got in her HP, how much damage she can take. I guess her and her root can take compared to other troops. It's one of the best tank values in the game by far.
So
And
you watched the video. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah,
I've only saw the picture. I wanted to do today, but got a little too drunk last night, and yeah. Anyway, so when she attacks, does the root like hold the defense down, or like
the root looks like it's just tearing through the ground.
okay,
So when she comes up to walls, instead of like her having to like hit the wall over and over again,
yeah,
she just goes straight through it. And then she
okay,
gets like to the defense, and then she's got the little root thing is hitting it over and over again until it goes down. But as far as like their movement, like she's not super effective or she's not super fast
yeah.
or anything like that. But she's just so tanky and she just kind of moves through everything.
See, my picture when I heard a root rider, right, is there's someone on top of it, just like the picture shows, and when they're just there to ride it, like can control, like it's an animal. and when they hit a defense, they have roots like wrapping around it, like stricting it down and like bringing the HP down.
And there's no advanced animation like that. It just kind
Well,
of
they should
the
bring
roots
it.
just kind of run into it and then eventually take it down.
That's a shitty opportunity, Supercell. Fix that shit. Update animation.
Rick says that root is slang for dong.
So it's a dong rider? Hell yeah, dude. It should be a
That
poop rider.
would be up for top comment if that were a shot at CF9. So
Guys, again,
Rick, if you can reword that to make fun of ClashFan9,
ClashFan9.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So and so based off all the replays, like I've already heard, like I saw someone put up a Twitter poll already asking, will Supercell do the right thing and nerf the Root Rider before the Town Hall 16 launch, or will they wait until after to do it? And I'm like, that's such a tacky way to ask that question. That is like, listen, it's comments like that why we're in this predicament. Like, not everything in this game can be so tough. It's not great for business. So they should absolutely release it the way that it's been depicted in the sneak peeks. Players should get some time using an overpowered troop, and then if they decide they need to pull it back later, they can. But we're not, listen, we're not having the Worlds tournament in the next 3 months, so there's plenty of time for them to balance it for professionals or whoever is going to cry for a nerf later on. They don't need to do that at the onset of Town Hall 16. They need to give us something that's going to be fun that we're going to want to spend money on through Christmas.
Well, and again, like everyone's gonna bitch about something about the new Town Hall, like, oh, it's too early. Oh, I wanted to wait till April. It's like, just be glad they're doing it. Like, you have to look at the spec too, like spec. That a lot of people, like Big B, you're max 15. You got so many stuff. You got so many runes, so many book of whatever to use. Your max, you can't do anything for it. So it's kind of defeating you buying the gold pass because it's like you get loot.
Buy the gold pass anyway.
Yeah, I get that.
I actually don't get any loot from the gold pass because I hoard and overflow my storages.
Yeah.
So I don't collect any money from doing like Legends hits, raids. Like I collect 0% of the season bank each month.
But what I'm saying, like, you have all that stuff. It's your max stuff. But for lower people that are like, oh, I just got max my 15. Oh, 16's coming out, and they have to come back and like grind that shit out. They're bitching that Town Hall 16's coming already. Get the fuck over it. Be glad they're bringing new content, new troops, and entertainment for you.
Yeah. No, I got over my initial anxiety on, oh man, do I really have everything where I wanted it to be for the next Town Hall level? And just like I released it a little bit and said, you know what, I'm just happy for new stuff, new things to play with, new things to do. To me, it's all good. Anything new and fresh is good. And listen, there might be some concern in the back of my mind for players who are not there yet, and whether or not this is going to help or hurt their playing experience. But make no mistake about it. Like selfishly, like I'm stoked for new stuff to do, and my concern for everyone else only goes so far. Like at the end of the day, playing the game for me. So
yeah.
What would I really get that upset about? Other than, it's just fun to talk about.
Before we get to the next sneak peek, I need to take a pee-pee. If that's okay.
Bitch.
I gotta pee, man. I've been holding it.
Fine, I'll entertain our guests while you're gone.
Well,
you have 30 seconds.
Out, it's a mystery.
You have 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
The timer starts 30 now. Seconds. I wish I actually did have a countdown. I did. There are, Rick. There's a lot of accounts that I can grind hero equipment on now. Which is good because, listen, for guys like me and Rick who constantly throw all those other accounts into wars anyway, now that there's, I'm getting ahead on Sneak Peek 5, but now that there's going to be rewards in the form of hero equipment for war performance, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna make that a goal with some of the perma-maxes as well. Just keep doing. Yeah, you gotta say it right, Rick. It's hero equipment. Equipment. You put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I pushed it out. It hurt. But let's go.
Did you drop a deuce?
No, I literally fucking
Okay.
put my hands on the wall and
you
just
said
fucking
you
pushed out the piss because you gave me a 30-second timer.
Man, I was just joking. I would have given
I
you
know.
35. Root and stem.
Anyway.
All right.
I'm not seeing any comments getting the gold pass in the live chat, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, Ghost Knight chat. Hey, Ghost Knight. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Can I read it? Where are we at? 5?
Yeah, sneak peek number 5. We worked our way all the way up.
Right. I'll tell you one I'm excited for. So, sneak peek number 5, hero equipment, brand new, currently.
Hey, listen, don't read my notes verbatim, Adams. Okay, they're just guide. I didn't read any of mine verbatim. It's just like they're
you just do it.
They're touch points. Okay,
you just do it.
Hero equipment, which we got this morning. Basically, your old hero abilities are split up into 2 separate abilities now, and there will be additional abilities for each hero, which you can obtain this new currency of either it's like there's shiny ore or some other shimmery ore. Like there's these different currencies that you can add. You'll get them from doing the daily star bonus. You'll get them from war attacks, CWL attacks. There'll be some special events that will help you accumulate them. Basically, let's take like the King's ability, right? Where he rages up, moves fast for a little while, but then he also spawns up a whole bunch of barbarians that are raged up for a while too. Split that into like 2 separate abilities. His own personal rage and speed, and then the extra troops, right? Now, when you hit his ability, you can use those same 2 alongside each other, or there will be some other abilities. There's one which is like I forgot what it's called. It's like the King's Stomp, where he will stomp on the ground and it's like an earthquake. It'll break walls and stuff. So let's say you use that one instead of like him raging himself up and moving fast. Then when you hit his ability, he would spawn the barbarians, because that's one that you had locked in, but then he would stomp on the ground, earthquake, open up walls, and damage defenses, although he himself wouldn't necessarily be raged up. The other one is this, is like his, whatever they call his mustache, the barb stash, or whatever it's called. That one is where he actually, every time he hits something, he heals himself slightly. So if he's sitting there like beating on a wall for a while, if his HP was pretty low, by the time he's hitting through that wall, he has healed himself up significantly. So he's got more hit points for later on in his attack. Right. That's one that will stay on him the entirety of the time that he's attacking. And that might actually convince me to take the yak off of him so that he'll hit the wall and heal himself up.
You take the yak off your...
Maybe.
Come on.
I'm playing around with options here. There's so many possibilities. There's so much more
but that health ability
to do activities. Well, I mean, when it's not maxed, maybe. But I mean, think about this, Adams. Think about this. If he never gets down to a point to where his HP so low that he dies, and he gets through defenses, and then he spends time hitting on walls or storages, which take extra punches to go down, right? Or other non-defensive buildings. I mean, he can extend his own life throughout the entirety of the attack by doing that.
I don't know, man. I like that. I like that fucking stomp thing. I saw some pictures. Didn't know what that was
Yeah.
called, but I like
It's
it.
not
That
pretty good.
it destroys walls and defenses. OP. I do get where you're getting at. Is be better tank machine for the queen for my attack because I do super barbs. And
Yeah.
again, I don't. My attack might change with 16, but
So the queen has, so she has the same thing. Like she's got like
yeah,
the royal cloak, which is what used to be her ability used to be called. That's where she becomes invisible and deals more HP. But then she also spawns a whole bunch of the little archers. Now she's got two different abilities. The cool one is the like the super arrow that she can shoot, and
yeah. I
it's
had a
one
question about that one.
shot. It's one shot that goes all the way through the base, like the super cannon. And I saw some examples of it going through like Town Hall 14 defenses, and at Town Hall 14 level, like it mows down every defense. At
So
Town Hall 15, for a lot of them, it does significant damage on all of them. But this one mega arrow,
I'm
wherever
so
she's
confused.
pointing, it shoots straight through the base, and everything that's in that line, it deals damage to. And some of the lower HP buildings, it just completely knocks them off the map.
So, so I've seen videos thanks to a homie that shows it, and they're like short, like they're so fast videos. I can't see what it's doing. It looks like just going after a certain target and then landing and doing damage. So like as it shoots, it, like does damage across whatever things
It
across that line.
shoots in a straight line,
Yeah,
and then it carries that straight line all the way across the base
and it does damage to
to
everything.
everything,
Oh, okay. So
everything across the base.
when I first saw it, I was like, so just I thought it just shot after like a defense because the video's so short and the fucking video quality is fucking garbage. Whoever took those videos I saw were crap.
Are you?
Upgrade
Or
your
is that
shit.
one of the leaked ones that you're watching?
Yes, they were shit,
Well, that's why they're crap, because they leaked it. Okay.
bro.
Now, since that update is out now, or that sneak peek was this morning, you need to go on YouTube and watch some of the videos the content creators made when they're actually like showing the gameplay with it. Because I think I was watching Judo's this morning, and he shows like a whole line of defenses in a row, and the queen shooting that big arrow and knocking a whole bunch of them down in one shot.
No hate on Judo, but I hate his accent. Um, yeah, I don't watch sneak peek videos, man.
Why not?
As
You
I want to
host a professional podcast where those are important, okay? That is very important to your career in
You,
podcasting.
you
Okay?
hit me when you said professional.
It's did I just win the
I'm
gold
saying,
pass?
I'm saying, I'm sitting there drinking vodka, not black. Not
I'm very professional. You're fired.
yeah, we're so professional. I mean, if you fire me, who's posting your shit?
All
Just
right.
kidding.
All right,
I'm
you're
just joking.
rehired. So the warden's got special abilities too, right? So he's got like the aura around him, where when you're
Like a
inside the
raid, right?
aura. Well, hold on.
Okay, sorry.
I'm getting there. His existing one is chopped up into two different things. It's got the Eternal Tome, which is when he makes things invisible for 9 seconds or however much you've got him upgraded.
Invisible.
Invincible.
Oh, like okay, like
Invincible. They can't be hurt, right?
yeah, okay.
Um, and then there's that aura around him where troops inside that aura actually get an extra HP buff, right?
Woo!
Which is what their current that's the current warden ability. They got the aura and then the tome. Splitting that up into two separate ones, the additional ones, one is going to be like that same radius for the HP buff is actually going to be raged, so that troops in there are going to move faster, deal more damage. In fact, I was looking at the specs, quite a bit more damage in there. And then the other one is actually going to be a heal radius, which is actually going to heal troops over time
Okay.
inside that radius. So again, you can mix and match which ones you want to use with the warden during that. But you could have the rage and the tome, meaning that as he's falling on with troops that get close to him are rage. They do more damage. They hit harder. And then whenever they get low on HP, you hit the tome, and they're invincible for a little while too. And then you might not even have to take a rage spell with them in order to do that. I did also see where I think the heal also stacks with a healing spell. Meaning, if
Oh,
you've got
okay.
the heal ability on them and he's just slightly healing the troops as they go along,
And you drop
but
another.
that's not working enough, and they walk through a heal spell, those then stack on each other to heal the troops
Fucking
even
yeah,
faster.
baby.
Which, when you think about like hogs or smaller HP troops, you could extend their value and attack by a ton.
So,
There's nothing for the RC yet.
I did see. It's not a video. This is a leak thing that Fatal sent me. That when you activate the RC's ability, she throws her shield, the little pussy shield, like she's in fucking Gladiator with the little fucking round shield, and the spear at the same time.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe that's
Yeah,
something that's coming that isn't here yet.
yeah. I like that effect. For the OP, I'm gonna say it, the OP Bish Lalo players, because that would be awesome for them. Fuck Lalo. Hope it dies off.
Why would
I hate Lalo. I hate seeing that.
no? But why?
Every time I see it, I fucking like, oh, cool. You're doing Lalo. Don't want to watch. Don't care.
Okay, okay.
Also, I'm
Anyway,
not
so
seeing you
so
roasting in the chat.
so the
So
hero equipment leak. Now you got me saying it. Sneak peek today. It's not a leak because it's official. Sneak peek today. I think is really going to change up like the hero play.
yes, I like it.
Again, part of me is listen. I'm happy for anything that makes offense easier. Um, I don't know. I'm sitting here looking at all the different changes and
Mhm.
thinking like, okay, what are you going to do the day that you get all of these equipments upgraded for the heroes? How are you going to know and decide what to use on what base? And I'm like,
That's a great question.
oh, because I don't typically change out the pets too much.
I think it goes mostly with your play style, regardless of the base. It's just like how you play. You're gonna keep certain abilities of the heroes.
And I wonder if upgrading the other pieces of equipment, if that is going to push me to be a little more creative with my attack style. Because there's going to be things that I can do and get away with certain hero equipment on certain types of bases that, I didn't when I was always running the same old thing. Like, you know what you got? Like, you just kind of roll in with it. But I'm wondering if the hero equipment's going to be enough to get me out of my comfort zone and make me start thinking outside the box on some of these hits. Maybe trying new stuff. I've already told myself, like, I'm going to try witches when they come because we got a new
Yep.
level. I love
Oh
witches.
yeah.
And yeah, hell yeah, I'm going to try this Recto Root Rider because she's going to tear you a new asshole running right through your base. And if she's broken, if she's overpowered, then by God, I want a whole month of pushing the legends with her before they nerf her. So I'm already going to try those. I'm wondering if everything else is going to make me change it up too. When they first dropped Town Hall 15,
Mm-hmm.
I spent a long time just playing around and using the E Titans because they were new and because I liked them and I was trying
Oh
different
yeah, they
things.
were OP as shit.
And then even when like the E Titan Smash, once that there's kind of like an agreed upon like this is the best way to use them on most of these bases. I did those for a little while too, but it was just a new toy. But I eventually wore off on them, where I just I didn't want to think so hard and want to be lazy again. I'm wondering if I'll eventually do that at 16, or I really think that if there's anything that's going to push me out of that into being a more thoughtful player day in day out, I think this hero equipment might be the thing that does it. Because there's going to be times where you're
Yes,
like, oh man,
I agree with
if I
that.
can
Yeah.
rage up my troops with the warden through here, the entry is going to be that much
Mhm.
better.
My thing is, are they doing it just like because people are bitching that 15 is too hard? So they're kind of like, oh, let's revamp 16. Where I love the new abilities for the heroes. That's awesome. I love it. You can pick depending how you attack. But I think it all depends on, like, again, I said your play style. I watched the little videos, like, it depends on your play style. But yeah, I love what they're doing. I know I don't like the walls, but I love what they're bringing out. It's awesome. The new pet, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. but it's gonna be sick.
We'll figure out a different name
Yes.
that you can call it. That way you don't
I'll-
have to be weird about calling
I'll just call it the Fox.
The Spirit Fox.
I like foxes, but Spirit Fox, come on, dude. You can name it a different name. Supercell.
The Cloak Fox.
Or the Super Fox. I don't know. Fatal, your comment, by the way, was trash. Anyway, I'm super excited for 15. I rip Ghost Knight because he just got to 15, so he's like trying to like max up all his stuff and
Yeah, we've said it for a couple of weeks now. He's been at 15 for a little while now.
yeah, but it's
Plus
like,
he's been booking some stuff. He's getting there.
He's an OP attacker, man, and I know when 16 comes out, he's gonna have everything settled and he's gonna go straight top 10. And I love like I know we talk shit about him like being a super tryhard, but Ghost Knight, you're a better attacker than me. Shout out to you, buddy. I know we don't do shout outs, but shout out to you. You're your homie.
Good job, Ghost Knight.
Yeah, he's OP. Also, I hurt him and Fatal's feelings. Fuck Fatal, but apologize to Ghost Knight.
You don't really mean that, Adams.
I don't. To Ghost Knight I do, but not to Fatal. Fuck you, Fatal. Anyway.
All right,
Chat.
so that's through all the sneak peeks for Town Hall 16. Now that we've gotten everything that's coming with it. Hey, tell me, you think Supercell's doing the right thing with making all these changes to try to help out offense? Are they doing too much?
I don't think they're doing too much. I think it would be better if they kind of gave us more of a better time for those that aren't max 15s to like prepare. But the way they did it, like it's coming during Worlds. Like we all saw the video that was shared on Twitter. That I don't have Twitter, but yeah. I don't care. Like I love that they're announcing a 16 early. Will that change the time frame? Hopefully. And I hope this game lasts till fucking Town Hall 68, 69, 70. I hope this game lasts forever. Maybe it won't, but I'll be playing this game. Even if it dies, I'll still be playing this game. And we'll still be doing this podcast, even this game dies. But regardless of that, I'm excited for the new Town Hall. Don't really like the look of it, but it's gonna be awesome. Maybe I'll triple. Probably won't.
Here's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, anything that takes me less effort to be successful at, I'm all in favor for. They've made a lot. They've made a lot. Made a lot of points as far as how many people they've added to the team and how that's going to change.
Yeah.
How the game develops, what their capability to do within the game is, and I think that's really good in the long run. The anxiety that I get over having less time in between town halls, that's part of the reason why I spend money on the game because I'm hooked into that part. But I know that year in, year out, the attention span of the average player gets shorter and shorter, especially as the game gets older and younger people are getting introduced to the game. They've got to have constant new stuff in order to stay entertained. And the idea of having every year your World's Championship being sometime in November or early December. Yeah, in a country that may or may not actually exist. It might just be a part of Norway, and we don't know.
Right.
And then turning around and doing a new town hall at the end of the year so that every year kind of starts off fresh. If it doesn't get to a point to where the average free-to-play player feels like they're doing it so often they don't have time to catch up with the upgrade cycle, they don't have time to get everything done, as long as that doesn't happen, as long as there's still a way for free-to-play players to stay up with the game, assuming that they're active and stay playing the game, then I think that's fine. I think that's going to be good for the game. And if while doing that, this bigger team also helps them to slowly work on some of the rest of the quality of life stuff that we've talked about, get rid of that. You have to watch someone else raiding your base when you log into the game, or at
That's
least give us
garbage.
ability to cycle over to another account if someone else is
Right? Yeah.
hitting us in Titan League. Right? Let us continue playing the game somewhere else instead of having to stop and watch. Do something with clan chat and clan mail, make communication easier. As long as they are layering in that stuff on top of the new content, then I think we've got a new formula for Clash of Clans that is going to extend its lifetime longer than the previous plan
Yeah.
would have. I'm really happy that they did away with the 18-month cycle where
Facts.
you were going to rotate through each between your town hall,
Mhm.
your clan capital, and your builder hall content. The fact that they backed off that, I think, is probably their biggest step in the right direction. Having a team that can focus more on main town hall content, again, I think it's going to be better in the long run. And they're already talking about ways in which you can earn this ore that you're going to need to change or to upgrade your hero equipment, and that being available through other special events in game. And I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I think when I was DMing with Rick, that maybe that's more so than just always having upgradable content as the new shiny toy for players. Maybe having a more standard rotation of events, of well thought out, well planned events. We talked about this after the Halloween mashup. After that went
Yeah.
so well, that if you can replicate that, maybe for big holidays, maybe just have it as something standard going on. Maybe
Facts.
that's what keeps breaking up, the monotony and keeps it fresh. And now that you've got something else with the hero equipment to spend rewards from doing those on, there's extra incentives to do it. All of that feels like what they're
Well,
trying to do is give players a variety of ways to entice them to keep playing, to constantly play. And I think that everything that they've got planned to do right now is going to hit and strike a nerve on just about all the existing players in one way, shape, or form. It might not hit all of them the same way, and not every one of them might land with every player, but I think just about every player is going to find something in this update or the new way in which they're going about it that is going to speak to them, that's going to keep them coming back, at least for certain aspects of the game. Maybe that means that some players are just going to stay locked in to constantly do wars because they know there's updates.
Yeah.
Or there's upgrades available from doing it that weren't available before. Maybe it's going to be players who just come back looking for the special events because it's different. Maybe there are going to be players that, because we're going to be upgrading town halls sooner, are going to be more locked into the upgrading your base side of the game. I feel like they've created something that's going to make those different push points that players usually go to as what they enjoy in the game. I think it's going to bring them back to it more often, but in a variety of different ways. And in turn, it's going to help the longevity of the game.
Well, so my thing is, I think this is this new update with, you can pick your hero abilities according to your attack, right? So if you do a certain attack, you can pick different abilities. Hopefully, the RC gets one. I don't believe the leaked videos. But I love that effect. I think it's gonna kill, kind of destroy. Oh, this is a meta attack. Oh, but another person doesn't follow the meta attack, aka a person like me. I will never follow meta attacks. I'll keep doing what I think is right. So it depends on whatever they're comfortable with the hero abilities for their attack. And I'm super excited to try. I will never try Lalo. I tried it once. I gave up. So, but I think it's going to be given a more opportunity to meta hits. It was like, oh, if you do this on this hero and this on that hero, you're gonna have a more opportunity to 3-star this space and that place. It's like, nah, fuck them. Do the hit you want to do. Keep the attack you want to do. Use the hero abilities if you can. I know Magic Jr. said it's pointless on spending money on the new whatever the fuck currency they're called for the abilities. You have epic and common. I don't give a fuck what he says. I'm still gonna spend money on it.
Speaking of Magic
I'm
Jr.,
lazy as shit.
I must have sent him 10 different gifts, all involving the University of Texas. Thanks to our football team qualifying for the college football playoff. And Magic Jr. has completely ghosted my DMs. Former special guest on this show, friend of the pod. What are you doing, Magic Jr.?
Oh,
we're not bros anymore. We're not hook 'em horns friends anymore. Where you at, Magic?
Good question, because so far I DM'd him too.
And where's
after the podcast he was on, and he never mentioned me. Yeah, I guess he's busy. I don't know. It's also December. Maybe he's visiting family. Doesn't have time. But I'm disappointing in this roast to give.
Well, I think OG probably wins it because
nah, you can't give it. The first comment, that was a shitty.
It's also
comment,
the only one that roasts you.
No, there's another one.
Um,
Nah, you can't give it the first one. It's a good one. I mean, if you agree to it, I'll give him one. But it's up to you.
Adams, OG wins this. It's not even up for debate.
Right, OG, hit me up with your tag
He's the wiener.
so I can add you. You won it.
And there's still one more gold pass to win on the best comment
Yes.
on the YouTube video.
Yeah, the best comment on YouTube.
Once it gets posted.
Probably be.
And don't go giving time commitments.
Yeah.
Then if we miss them, then there's blah, blah, blah. Then I'm sure someone's gonna make a really well thought out comment about your editing or lack thereof, because as we've not heard that joke before. But someone's gonna be number 892 on that joke
Right.
list. So
OG, you already won. You can keep it going, but it doesn't matter. But
yeah,
OG won the live stream.
You've won OG, but feel free to continue roasting him.
There you go.
Because he certainly deserved it.
So OG won the live stream chat, but you guys listen on YouTube. You still have a chance. The best comment that me and Big B agree on will fucking win a gold pass in Clash if you don't play Clash. And why the fuck did you comment? Just kidding.
And anyone watching live and anyone listening to this on recording, depending on when the audio gets posted, perhaps you're listening to this on update day. If you are, my plan is to do a live stream, which I haven't done in forever. I'm gonna do a live stream when I'm upgrading all my stuff.
Is this
Th16?
When you playing your live stream?
Or hopefully whenever the update day is. I don't even want to say what day I think the update day is going to be, because I don't want someone to hear. Because last time I did that, or last time I put myself out there like that, then the update day didn't happen. So I don't want anyone to actually think that I have any idea when it is. I don't. I'm just planning on whatever day that is, whatever random day, Supercell. I have no idea when it is. Whatever day it is, I'm going to try to take time out of my busy schedule to stream the upgrades and play with all the new toys, and hopefully everyone can come out and see what the new stuff looks like, and we can try it out together. See how many attacks I can triple with new rectal root riders.
If the update comes, if I'm if I'm at work, I can't, but I'll watch your stream. But support Big B, go give him a follow. And you can DM me, OG. I'll give you a old pass here in a little bit. But thank you all for watching and listening. We're gonna stop the recording. Maybe we'll take some. You down to take some stream questions?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I will. I'll take questions from you guys if you want. But Big B's out. Thank you all for listening and watching. This is gonna be.
I gotta go do laundry.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm putting that off.
I gotta go adult.
Yeah.
So why can't I just play my game?
Bro, my laundry bin is full of shit. Should have done it today, but I'll take a few questions after the recording ends. But thank you all for watching and listening. Love you all, and give us some ratings on wherever you watch the podcast or listen to the podcast.
Feel free to hit that like button on Spotify or on
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts, or on iHeartRadio, or on Google
There's
Podcasts,
so many.
or on Amazon Podcasts,
You should go through
or
all of them. You should sit wherever you listen to your podcast.
wherever else you listen to podcasts
iHeartRadio.
through the buzzsprout.com website.
There you go. The more downloads, and the more, if we get to a certain point, I could quit my job and just be an OP podcaster.
And I guess before anything else, shout out to Pablo, who is the only reason why C2J promoted in CWL. So
Facts.
shout
Pablo
out
OP.
Pablo.
Thanks for getting banned.
Pablo.
All right.
You're
Thank
the
you
man,
all.
or you were before you died.
Thank you all for listening. Love y'all. Deuces.